Hey, Steve Zook, welcome back to polkzoo channel. Hey, I bought a lot of floor arch tops the last couple months, and I got, put in a big order, and I have a really good relationship with the company. They used to use I actually used two of my YouTube videos on their site for over 2 years for the LH350. The owner of the company likes my playing, and I'm really connected with these guys. I get some of the best guitars. I was with them way before all the other companies, even the big boys. But I want to kind of differentiate here. I've got two really amazing 700s, and this is one of them. This one has a little more flame in the back of the neck. They both sound unbelievable. I'm going to call this number two just because to help people that are interested in getting one of these. I think these are two of the nicest 700s I've ever had. I'm not just saying that because it sounds good. I really know arch tops. It's my field of expertise. And the carvers just keep getting better and better and better. They get more intuitive. The violin voicing keeps improving. And these are just, if this was a Gibson, it'd be $7,500 and it would be a good value at that. But I've got two of these. Let's just call this number two. This one has a little bit more flame in the back of the neck. They both sound really, really, really good. But I just want to, kind of differentiate this. Let's just call this one number two. It plays great, it looks great. It might be tuned just slightly low. We've had some weather changes down here the last couple of months, so you can hear that balloon. Beautiful, beautiful woody reverb from the violin voicing an all-solid hand-carved guitar. You can hear that. See, it really comes out when you do like that 3-octave major 7 arpeggio. Not very warmed up. Don't always have time. Boy, that's an incredible sound right there. I've had, old Gibson L5s don't even come close to this because the L5s were overbuilt. Anybody that really knows guitars knows it's true. The older L5s were just overbuilt, and they kind of got a compressed, dry sound. The better ones were from 27 to 33, 34. But this guitar combines the magic of the old made in New York master-built arch tops by Epiphone from the 30s, 40s, and early 50s, as well as the old Gibson L5s and L7s. And this is the real deal, folks. This is a tremendous value, or what they call old world value at a working man's price. And it's made in the Carved Workshop, which is owned by the Music Link. They don't subcontract it out. It's a vertically integrated company, meaning that they don't just hire some company to make them. They're hands-on. They get the wood. They dry the wood, they pick out the wood. They hired the luthiers that already had backgrounds making instruments. They gave them further training in violin voicing. This is just a tremendous instrument. I mean, it just really has a high-end sound. The lore is the real deal, folks. People are going to wish they would have bought one 20 years from now. And I believe they're going to be worth a lot more money. I'm not trying to use that to sell you one, but I'm just telling you, folks, this is a real deal. If you're interested in the lore, $14.99 for an all-solid hand-carved arch top is really a huge. Now, I'm probably tuned a little bit low, and I also put 11s on it. So if whoever buys this guitar might just, if you tune it up to pitch, it should be fine. Or you could put, if you're really heavy-handed on the right hand, maybe put some 12s on it. I like 11s. You can hear that tone. Anyway, let's just call this a late 700 number two. I just got these in a couple months ago. I'm always a little bummed when I sell them, but if they go to a good home. But this one, like the other one, has a really beautiful flame pattern as well. Some of the flame is a little thicker than the other one, but this one has really, also rare flame pattern, kind of a chevron shape. Both these guitars are really, really great. Some of the couple of the best 700s I've ever had. But yeah, you can hear that tone. These are the real deal, folks. Anyway, this is going to be a short demo. This one's got the bark, it's got the woody reverb, it's got everything. Really hard to get this out of your head. I know it's coming out of tune a little bit because I put new strings on this and I barely have played it since then. Anyway, it's available. List is about $2,000. I do them for $14.99, which is what any reputable, trustworthy dealer does them for. If you find one for less than that, it's probably something wrong, or it's a used one. And I'm telling you, the newer ones are better. The carvers have gotten better. But anyway, this is, you can hear it. It really has a beautiful tone. It's that magic mid-range with the beautiful mid-range and mid-bass bloom. It's beautiful bass and treble too. It's got that woody reverb. And it's got the violin voicing where you do a phrase and it kind of enhances the phrase and kind of makes the phrase kind of like linger in air, you know, like a sound parachute. And then it kind of blooms, what I call a secondary bloom. And this is a lot of guitars. These guitars have a presence. I mean, they kind of have a presence of the really old, great vintage Epiphones and Gibsons that were made. When you do a phrase, it kind of bubbles. And this has not even been played probably 10-20 minutes. I've barely played these I almost called them L7s. I've barely played these two LH700s. That's some real tone, folks. Again, this is not a performance, it's just me trying to demo the guitar. So let's call this L8700 2. It's got a little bit different flame pattern than the other one. But both this and the other one, which we're going to call 1, are very, very rare 700s. Probably two of the best sounding ones I've ever had. For the simple reason the carvers just keep getting better and better and better. And they just do a beautiful... This one has a little more flame on the back of the neck. Every 700 is a little bit different, but I'm not just saying this like marketing fluff. The two I have right now are two of the best selling ones I've ever had. So if you've always wanted a solid hand-carved arch top, but you didn't want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars, this is the real deal, folks. Just sounds amazing. Anyway, I'm really cold. It's kind of hard to play right now, so I think I'll just stop right there. Anyway, LH700, we'll call this one number 2, just so I can keep track of it, and people that are emailing me interested in this, you know, can keep track. This one's a little bit dusty, but yeah, what a beautiful guitar, huh? And this is like really, I think people will realize the value of these way down the road, and at that point they're going to be a lot more money. So my suggestion is, if you've always wanted a high-end arch top but you didn't want to spend thousands, buy one of these. Again, we're going to call this one L8700 number 2, and maybe I'll do another video right now with number 1 just so we can differentiate the two. So we'll call this my new L. And folks, with me, I actually buy the guitars up front. I play them. I get to know them. So, you know, really nice. All right, so we'll call this LH700 number 2. Comes with a beautiful $200 hard case, multi cross grain wood, a really strong case with super thick green velour. All right, folks, if you want to get in touch, you can call or text 714 548-0385, or Steve Zook, the number 7 at yahoo.com. That's not 7 spelled out, just STEVEZ, like zebra, ZOOK, Steve Zook 7, not spelled out, at yahoo.com, or polkzoo at gmail.com. All right.